Welcome everybody to another courtroom episode of Lockdown 23 in 1. That's right, today we're going to be jumping back into a Georgia courtroom once again to witness the defendant Celeste Owens get sentenced on all 21 counts related to the death of an 8-year-old. And what she did to the child makes me sick to my stomach. So I'm not going to go down all the details of the case. If you want to do your own research, go right ahead. You'll see many news articles on it. Now, with that being said, let's get right into it. If you enjoy all things lockup and crime related, then this is where you need to be. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave, and check out my playlist with many more videos for you to start watching today. Alright, here we go, and unfortunately I don't have Bobby to cue the smoke right now, alright? He got locked up again Christmas Eve. He broke into a Toys R Us. I thought they went out of business. The last one was at a Super K. Man, when was the last time y'all seen one of those? Either way, I'll keep y'all updated if he gets a bond or whatever. I could care less, to be honest. I ain't giving him no more damn canteen money.
Your Honor, the state does have a recommendation, but before that, I did want to make a statement about some of the officers who were involved in this case. I think that this case has penetrated the souls of every human who has touched it. And I know with speaking with several of the officers who are also present here today and are watching, they also wanted me to relay to the court how they have been impacted by the things that they have seen and investigated. And I had assured them that I would. I think the evidence that the court has been able to hear and see is substantial in nature, and the state's recommendation is not made lightly. It is made taking into account what the victim had experienced based on the evidence and testimony that has come out. It is based solely on the charges that are present in the bill of indictment, a total of 20. The state is going to be asking for a sentence of life without the possibility of parole as far as count 1 malice murder is concerned. I think it is the only appropriate sentence given the circumstances of the death of Amari and the abuse of Zachary and Zaire.
So they're asking for life without parole for malice murder, and that's just one of her 20 crimes. Whatever it is, if they run it consecutive, God, that means she's got to do a life sentence, die, come back, and do some more time. I'm not gonna lie, she deserves everything and then some.
The defendant does not have a previous criminal history, but given this case, the state would be adamantly asking for that sentence. Now, there are additional counts associated in the indictment that the jury has convicted the defendant of. I have conferred with Mr. Greenwald, and we both agree that the maximum sentence the court could give would be life without the possibility of parole plus an additional 235 years, and that would be the state's recommendation. I will be happy to break that down if that is what the court is inclined to give. But I think given everything that the court now is aware of, there is no recommendation that would be more appropriate than the maximum on every single charge. This defendant has been found guilty by this jury. So we would ask for life without the possibility of parole plus 235 years.
Is any of y'all's knees weak right now? She's asking for so much smoke, it's starting to hit home a bit. Getting a bit foggy in here all of a sudden, man, coming through all the wires. But life plus 200 and something, 35, something like that years. This is definitely the definition of getting smoked, but also it's possibly the worst crimes you could ever have. You know, and my condolences go out to the family, man. It's just a horrible, horrible, sad situation.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Zim. Mr. Greenwald.
Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, the way it breaks down, and I think we're in agreement on that, is count 7 would merge into count 4. Count 6 would merge into count 3. Count 5 would merge into count 2. And then counts 2, 3, and 4 would be vacated. So on count 1, the minimum sentence is life, of course. Maximum is life with or without parole. Counts 8 through count 18, the sentencing range is from 1 to 20 years. Count 19, the sentencing range is 1 to 10 years. And count 21, the sentencing range is from 1 to 5 years. And that's how we've got the life plus 235 years as the maximum. Ms. Nizam is correct, Judge. Ms. Owens has no previous criminal history. She was 29 years of age back in November of 2021. She's now 32 years of age, has been continuously in custody since November 21st of 2021. I'm the second attorney that's been on the case. She was declared indigent by the court. Prior counsel.
Indigent means broke as a joke, no money. So I'm guessing he's probably a court-appointed attorney, you know, given to her by the state. Usually, though, with high-profile cases like this, they'll give him a good one. Possibly sometimes a pro bono attorney from a real law firm. That way you can't say you weren't represented accordingly by the state. They gave you the best of the best for the most part. But there's two things up in the air right now I believe the judge has the opportunity to choose from. Life with or without parole. And as for all the other crimes, is she going to run it consecutive or concurrent? Which is a big thing, right? If she gets sentenced to life with parole and everything ran concurrent, then she has a great chance of getting out. But flip it all around, life with no parole, everything consecutive, your goose is as good as cooked. You will never be seeing those streets again. All your hope is out the window.
Counsel was appointed, and then I was appointed to replace prior counsel approximately 2 years ago, and have been working on her case since. I know Your Honor does not punish people for going to trial and exercising their right to go to trial. We respect the province of the jury and their verdict. They're certainly entitled to render what verdict they see fit. I would respectfully ask, and I don't know if Ms. Owens wants to say anything, but I would respectfully ask, in light of her lack of criminal history, that Your Honor impose a sentence of life with the possibility of parole, and counts 8 through 19 and count 21, whatever time you deem appropriate on those counts, that it be run concurrent.
It's probably very hard for him to ask this. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do. You're an attorney representing the defense.
All right, Ms. Owens, would you like to speak?
If I were to guess, she is definitely not going to speak.
Ms. Owens, please stand. Ms. Owens, I've been practicing law for a really long time. And I practice criminal defense. I practice civil law. And I've been on the bench. I've been a jurist for 25 years.
She's put into work.
This is by far the most heinous, evil that I have ever seen in my entire career. And I do not understand it.
That's right, Your Honor.
As attorneys, jurists, we see really good people come in front of us based on their really worst days. But you didn't just have a bad day. The crimes and evil that was perpetrated against these 3 children is something that I will never understand. Nor will I ever forget it. Based on that, the court does hereby sentence you as follows. The count 1, malice murder. You are hereby sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. Count 7 merges with count 3.
7 into 4.
I'm sorry, 7 into 4. Count 6 merges into count 3, and count 5 merges to count 2. Counts 2, 3, and 4 are vacated by operation of law. On the remaining counts, counts 8 through 18, and counts 19 and 21, the court does hereby sentence you to consecutive 235 years.
Yikes.
So life without parole plus 235.
Welcome to Sizzlers.
You will never see the light of day to perpetrate this type of behavior, cruelty, and evilness upon another person.
I absolutely love it when a judge says that. You'll never see the light of day, but only to the individuals that deserve it. And this girl is definitely by far one of them.
Go with the deputy.
Follow the smoke trail, ma'am. Right to your bunk. I'll help you lay down for the
You're
night.
correct, Mr. Greenwald. Thank you.
Is that a feather or a teardrop? But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You want to hurt some children in Georgia, they got the max penalties for you. And I'm not quite sure how the women's prisons run in Georgia, but let's say a man had a crime like this. Oh my. In the right cell block, chances are he'd get skinned alive, broomsticked or something. But my condolences once again goes out to any loved ones that were affected by this. But stay tuned, I got plenty more content coming your way. We got about 6 more courtroom sessions I need to react to. I mean, some of these people, man, they are getting so much time, it's unbelievable. So be on the lookout for all that, and the only way to do that is by hitting that notification bell, send it to all. As always though, until the next time, y'all be easy, be safe, and more importantly than anything, stay free.